Just imagine, while Tesla, BYD, and all the other major automakers were chasing electric vehicles, Mazda was quietly working on something that has now shaken the entire automobile world. Yes, Mazda has brought back its famous rotary engine, but this time with a new technology that could challenge the entire electric vehicle industry. This isn't just an engine, it's a comeback that brilliantly blends tradition and modernity. While other companies grappled with charging times and battery range, Mazda developed a revolutionary hybrid rotary system that combines the power of both petrol and electric. Imagine a car that runs on petrol but delivers a smooth, silent drive like an electric car, all without the worry of charging. This new rotary engine has astonished auto experts worldwide, as Mazda has used technology that until now was considered a mere fantasy of the future. And now the biggest question is, could this rotary engine pose a threat to electric giants like Tesla and BYD? Is the future of electric cars about to change? In this video, we're going to uncover this secret. What technology has Mazda incorporated into this new engine, and why is it being said that it will shake up the entire EV market? So stay tuned until the end of the video, because what you're about to learn will change your mind. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to be the first to see such exciting updates. Before we learn about Mazda's new engine, let's understand a little about Mazda's market and its story, as this is the company that has quietly competed with the world's biggest brands through its hard work and ingenuity. Mazda was founded in Hiroshima, Japan in 1920. At that time, it was named Toyo Cork Kogyo, and it was primarily a machinery and tool manufacturer. But gradually, Mazda changed its direction, and in 1931 launched its first vehicle, the Mazda Go, a small three-wheeled truck. This is where Mazda's true story began. After World War II, many Japanese companies collapsed, but Mazda picked itself up and started anew. Mazda has always believed in thinking differently. While other Japanese companies were making simple, small cars, Mazda decided to do something unique, and that's when it began working on rotary engine technology. In the 1960s, it stunned the world with the launch of the Mazda Cosmo Sport 110S, the world's first rotary engine sports car. This established Mazda's reputation for innovation. Today, Mazda is one of the world's most respected automotive companies. Its headquarters remain in Japan, and its operations span over 120 countries. Mazda is known for its vehicle's stunning design, excellent handling, and a philosophy centered on the human connection with driving. It consistently proclaims, "Driving matters," meaning driving is an experience, not just a necessity. Now, let's talk about Mazda's market position. While it may not be as large as companies like Tesla or Toyota, it has a strong and loyal customer base. In 2023, Mazda sold over 1.2 million vehicles worldwide. Of these, the SUV segment generated the most sales. Cars like the Mazda CX-5 and Mazda CX-60 served as the company's backbone. Japan, the United States, Europe, and Australia are Mazda's largest markets. In the United States, Mazda is often recognized as an affordable luxury brand, as its vehicles are moderately priced but offer a premium feel in terms of quality and driving experience. Over the past few years, as the entire auto industry rushed toward electric vehicles, Mazda took a slightly different path. Instead of immediately jumping into the EV race, it focused on its Skyactiv technology, which makes engines more fuel-efficient, lightweight, and economical. Mazda has always maintained a balance, neither completely abandoning petrol nor relying solely on electric vehicles. This approach has distinguished it. When we consider the global market, Mazda's share is small but very stable. By 2024, Mazda's global market share was around 2%. But interestingly, the company has remained deeply connected with its customers even without a massive production scale or a hefty advertising budget. The secret lies in consistent performance, stylish design, and driving pleasure. Mazda's Kodo design language, meaning soul of motion, is still considered one of the most beautiful design philosophies in the world. Mazda's position is further strengthened by its trust and craftsmanship. Even today, many of Mazda's engines and cars are manufactured in Japan, where each vehicle is crafted with the care of takumi, or skilled masters. Mazda focuses on quality, not quantity. This is why even though its model range is limited, each model retains a unique identity. What's most interesting now is that Mazda's focus is gradually returning to its iconic engine. And that leads us to the new rotary engine that has captured global attention. While companies like Tesla and BYD were busy developing battery technology, Mazda has done something beyond even their imagination. So the question arises, what has Mazda built into this new engine that has become a warning signal for the entire EV industry? What is that technology that has brought Mazda back into the headlines? Let's move on and find out what revolutionary technology Mazda has used in this engine and why it is being said that it will shake up the entire electric market. Mazda's secret technology, how this engine became a game changer. Now, let's talk about the thing that has astonished the entire automobile world, Mazda's secret technology. This is what has made its new rotary engine a game changer. The rotary engine has always been a signature of the Mazda brand, but this time the story is different. It no longer has the same old weaknesses. Mazda has redesigned it with a completely new approach and new technology so that it can shine again in the 21st century. First, understand what a rotary engine is. While a typical piston engine has pistons moving up and down, a rotary engine has a triangular rotor that rotates in a chamber, generating power. This design makes the engine very compact, light, and smooth. However, it previously faced problems with fuel efficiency and thermal loss. This meant it consumed more petrol and generated more heat. But this is where Mazda has made the biggest improvement. Mazda has incorporated direct injection technology into this new rotary engine. This means that fuel is now injected directly into the combustion chamber with great precision. This eliminates fuel wastage and maximizes energy from every drop. Previously, this control wasn't as precise in rotary engines, but now Mazda has made it highly efficient with its computer-controlled injection system. This has not only increased power, but also significantly improved fuel mileage. The second major advancement is thermal efficiency optimization. Mazda has completely redesigned the engine's heat management. Older rotary engines tended to overheat because their cooling systems weren't as effective. However, the company has now introduced advanced cooling jackets and specially designed airflow passages, ensuring the engine's temperature remains consistently controlled. This ensures the engine's longevity and prevents heat damage. This is why it's now being called a thermal balanced rotary engine, meaning one that doesn't fear either heat or cooled. The third most significant improvement is low friction parts. Mazda has made all the moving parts inside the engine lighter and smoother. New generation coatings, such as diamond-like carbon, DLC, have been used to reduce friction. This has resulted in two major benefits: reduced power loss, and the engine now runs much quieter and smoother. Rotary engines used to have a distinctive sound, but now they're almost as quiet as electric motors. And now comes the design. Its biggest highlight is its compact size. Mazda's new rotary engine is so small that it can be easily fitted inside the vehicle alongside the battery and electric motor. This means more space is freed up in the vehicle's design, allowing for a larger battery or a more spacious cabin. This is why auto experts are calling it a mechanical marvel, a marvel that packs great power into a tiny package. This Mazda engine isn't just mechanical, it's also equipped with electronic intelligence. The company has installed a smart ECU, or engine control unit, that monitors the engine's condition every second and automatically determines the right fuel and air mixture. This allows the engine to adjust its efficiency for every driving condition, whether you're in a cold climate, stuck in traffic, or speeding down the highway. Furthermore, Mazda has integrated this engine with a hybrid system. This means the rotary engine no longer directly drives the wheels. Instead, it acts as a generator, producing electricity which charges the battery and then the electric motor that drives the wheels. This has two benefits: reduced engine load and significantly reduced fuel consumption. This is what's starting to scare companies like Tesla and BYD, as Mazda has found a way to eliminate the hassle of charging and range concerns. The engine's unique features don't stop there. To increase its durability, Mazda has used advanced sealing technology, preventing any air or fuel leakage. This engine is now 3 times more durable and maintenance-free than before. Another interesting fact, Mazda has tuned this engine to be multi-fuel capable, meaning that if synthetic fuels or hydrogen become commonplace in the future, this engine will be able to run on them as well. This means Mazda has designed it not just for today, but for the coming decade. Mazda's new rotary engine is no ordinary engine. It's a deliberate engineering revolution. Lightweight body, direct injection, thermal efficiency, low friction, and hybrid integration. All of these combine to usher this engine into a new era. This is why experts around the world are saying Mazda hasn't just brought back the rotary engine, it has redefined it. Performance and range, beyond EVs. Now, let's talk about what sets Mazda apart from all other companies, its innovative approach and powerful performance. Today, as the world is caught up in the race for electric vehicles, Mazda has found a way to combine the best of both worlds, a powerful hybrid plus rotary engine combination. And this combination has now become a headache for the entire EV industry. Mazda has combined its traditional rotary engine with a new hybrid system. But this isn't a typical hybrid, it's a range extender hybrid system. This means that the Mazda's engine doesn't directly drive the wheels. It simply generates electricity, which charges the battery, and then the battery powers the electric motors. This means your driving experience remains as smooth and silent as a fully electric car. But the engine quietly supplies power from the background, so the vehicle never stalls. The beauty of this system is that you don't have to wait at a charging station for hours. No plugging in, no worrying about charging time. Just fill up the petrol tank and go. The engine will automatically recharge the battery. This means zero charging anxiety, the biggest concern of every EV user today. While companies like Tesla and BYD are investing billions of dollars in expanding charging networks and superchargers, Mazda has eliminated all that hassle. It's a move that has people wondering, is the true future only electric, or is a middle ground like Mazda's more sensible? Now, in terms of performance, Mazda has finely tuned this system so much that you can't tell whether it's the engine or the motor running while driving. Acceleration is so smooth that the car feels like it's gliding. Torque delivery is linear and instant. As soon as you press the accelerator, power is immediately available without any jerks. This is what gives it an EV-like feel. Mazda claims that this rotary hybrid engine nearly doubles the vehicle's range. While a typical EV requires a charge every 400 to 500 kilometers, Mazda's system can deliver a range of 800 to 1,000 kilometers, all without the hassle of charging. This is what has shaken up the entire market. The question now arises, when you can get a car that runs like an electric car and generates its own electricity from petrol, why waste time charging? Mazda has also paid great attention to the acoustic engineering of this engine. Previously, the rotary engine sound was a bit loud and distinct, but now the company has installed special sound-absorbing panels and vibration control technology. This has virtually eliminated the engine noise, maintaining a quiet interior. Driving feels like you're in a high-end electric car with no trace of engine noise or vibration. Mazda says this system offers the best of both worlds, the smoothness of electric vehicles and the freedom of petrol. You don't have the hassle of charging, no range worries, and no compromise on performance. The engine automatically starts when the battery is low and then shuts off automatically once it's recharged. This process is so smartly designed that the driver doesn't even notice it. Mazda has made its engine so light and compact that this hybrid setup doesn't add much to the vehicle's weight. A lighter engine means better balance, better fuel economy, and faster performance. When you press the accelerator, the vehicle responds immediately, like an invisible boost. And because the engine is smaller, there's less friction and the power delivery is more consistent. Acceleration feels very linear, just like an EV. Mazda and its engineers focused on ensuring not only high performance, but also a luxury-like feel while driving. Therefore, they developed a specially tuned suspension, advanced noise cancellation, and smooth gearless transitions. This means that every movement of the vehicle feels natural and buttery smooth, as if an orchestra is playing with great finesse. Impact on the global market. Now, let's talk about the part that has shaken the global automotive market, the impact of Mazda's new engine. Look, whenever a company introduces a new technology, its impact isn't limited to just one country or one brand. It spreads like a wave, forcing other companies to change their strategies. Mazda's new hybrid rotary engine has done something similar. The world's leading car brands, which had previously invested billions of dollars in EVs, are now wondering, have we taken the wrong path? The electric car market was the first to be affected. Over the past few years, companies like Tesla, BYD, Hyundai, Kia, and Volkswagen have been investing heavily in EVs. The focus everywhere was on greater battery range, faster charging, and better charging networks. But when Mazda introduced this new rotary hybrid system, the EV industry was shaken. Because Mazda has directly addressed the biggest weakness of EVs, charging hassles and range anxiety. Now that Mazda claims its cars can travel 800 to 1,000 kilometers without stopping at a charging station, customers are starting to wonder why they even need a pure EV. This impact was first seen in the European market. Europe is where governments most strongly promote electric vehicles. However, even there, people are gradually shifting toward hybrids or plug-in hybrids because charging infrastructure isn't robust everywhere. Mazda's system is a great fit there. It offers a smooth EV-like drive, yet runs on petrol. Now, many analysts are saying that if Mazda brings this engine into mass production quickly, it will be a powerful entry into the European hybrid segment. Mazda's move has also created a stir in the US market. Tesla used to dominate, but now American consumers are thinking practically. We want a car that saves us the hassle of charging. And that's Mazda's forte: simplicity and reliability. American buyers have always preferred powerful yet practical cars, and Mazda's new engine fits that category. Industry experts predict that Mazda's market share in the US could grow from 2% to 4 to 5% in the next 2 years if the company rapidly implements this technology. This will also have a significant impact in Asia, especially in countries like Japan and India. Mazda cars are already popular in Japan. But in countries like India, where charging networks are still in their infancy, Mazda's concept could prove to be a blessing. Imagine people in India are still hesitant to buy an EV due to charging time and electricity bills. If a hybrid car comes along that's as smooth as an EV but can charge itself on petrol, people will readily adopt it. This is why Mazda's technology is being called a developing nation-friendly innovation. Now, speaking of giant companies like Tesla and BYD, this news is no small feat for them. Tesla has always touted itself as the future of mobility. But now, Mazda has shown that innovation isn't limited to batteries. Similarly, BYD, which was a leader in both hybrid and EV vehicles, will also face competition from Mazda's range extender technology. Many reports even suggest that companies like BYD and Hyundai are now working on similar compact engine range extender systems, meaning Mazda has set the entire industry on a new path. This has also had an impact on auto stocks and investors. As soon as Mazda unveiled this engine, shares in Japan's auto industry began rising. Investors believed Mazda had found a practical middle path that could become the most reliable solution for the next 10 years. Analysts are predicting that the growth of pure EVs may slow slightly as the hybrid revolution is gaining momentum again, thanks to Mazda's smart strategy. Mazda has also turned the game around on the environmental front. Previously, hybrid cars were considered a half solution, meaning neither fully electric nor completely petrol-free. But now that Mazda has significantly reduced its engine emissions and increased thermal efficiency, it has become an eco-friendly hybrid revolution. This means the vehicles are both clean and practical. Therefore, regulators in Europe and Japan are calling this system green transition technology, a step that can significantly reduce pollution without completely moving away from fossil fuels. So, Mazda's move isn't just limited to a new car or engine. It has reignited the entire EV versus hybrid debate. Now, companies are beginning to consider whether batteries are the future or a smart hybrid model that can offer the benefits of both. This is a moment similar to how the era of feature phones ended before the advent of smartphones. Now, a new battle has begun between EVs and hybrids. And this is Mazda's true victory. It didn't compete with anyone, it changed the course. Today, auto experts around the world are saying Mazda didn't join the EV race. Mazda created a new race. And in the coming years, when the world sees people skipping charging stations and heading straight to the road, they will remember that Mazda pioneered this new thinking. EV market reaction, alarm bells for Tesla and BYD. Look, for the past few years, the landscape of the EV industry was clear. Tesla was leading, BYD was trying to catch up, and all other companies were trailing behind. Everyone's thinking was the same: build bigger batteries, increase charging speeds, and talk about green energy. But Mazda turned this thinking on its head. It said, if we create an engine that generates its own electricity, why would charging be necessary? This very idea sounded like a wake-up call for the EV market. This news came as a shock to companies like Tesla and BYD. The way Mazda combined hybrid and rotary engines to create a range-extending system called the entire electric business model into question. Now, if customers could get the same smooth electric drive without the hassle of charging, why would they buy Tesla's expensive EV? This fear has now spread in the market. Analysts are saying that Mazda's technology could set back the electric revolution by a few years. The reason is clear. The biggest problem for EVs has so far been charging time and infrastructure. Tesla and BYD have invested billions of dollars in charging networks and battery research, but Mazda has found a way that eliminates the need for charging stations. This thinking is now dividing the entire industry: those still pursuing batteries and those moving towards smart hybrid solutions like Mazda's. Several reports have also revealed that following Mazda's announcement, companies like BYD and Hyundai are rapidly advancing their own hybrid projects. Meanwhile, Tesla has faced questions from investors. If hybrid technology proves so effective, will Tesla's pure EV models lose their market value in the coming years? This uncertainty has created a stir in the EV market. There's also a huge buzz about Mazda's technology on social media. People are saying, finally, a car that gives an EV experience without charging anxiety. And this line itself tells us that people now want practical solutions, not just fancy promises. Mazda's future plan. Now, let's move on to Mazda's future plan, because this is the most exciting part. Mazda has made it clear that this engine isn't an experiment, but rather a new direction for the coming years. The company has already announced that this new rotary hybrid system will first be used in its Mazda MX-30 series, which is already available as an electric crossover. Now, a new version of the same vehicle is coming, called the MX-30 Rotary Range Extender. This means that Mazda is fitting this technology into its existing electric models, transforming them into next-generation hybrids. After this, the company plans to introduce this same engine in SUV models like the CX-60 and CX-90 within the next 2 to 3 years. Mazda intends to set a new standard in the entire hybrid segment, a system that is compact, powerful, and ultra-efficient. Not only that, the company has developed a comprehensive roadmap up to 2030, which will make its entire lineup of vehicles multi-energy compatible. This means some models will be pure hybrid, some plug-in hybrid, and some electric range extender versions. Mazda's vision is clear. It's not following trends, it's creating them. While other companies were running in one direction, Mazda chose a different path. And now, that path seems to be shaping the future. The company's CEO said in an interview, "We want to make vehicles that give people freedom, not enslave them to charging stations." This statement clearly demonstrates Mazda's vision. In the future, Mazda won't limit the use of this engine to cars. The company is already researching how this rotary hybrid system can be incorporated into small trucks and compact SUVs. Additionally, Mazda is also working on hydrogen and synthetic fuel compatibility so that this engine can be made completely carbon neutral in the future. This means that today this engine runs on petrol, but tomorrow it could also run on hydrogen or green fuel. This is Mazda's true strength, long-term vision, and adaptable technology. Analysts believe that if Mazda executes this plan correctly, it could once again become a major player in the global auto market within the next 5 years. Its market share could increase from 2% to 6–7%. And the biggest losses could be to companies like Tesla and BYD, whose entire business model is based on batteries. So, Mazda didn't just launch an engine, it changed the entire game. Now the question isn't which EV charges the fastest. The question is, will charging even be necessary? This thinking has created both tension and excitement in the market. And as many auto experts are saying, Mazda hasn't joined the electric revolution, it has just redefined it. So that's all for today. If you enjoyed this glimpse into Mazda's revolutionary technology and the future of automobiles, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel to be the first to see exciting updates like this.